matching.
Yeah, it worked out so nice.
People are gonna
Looks
think,
like we talk about
we didn't.
We did, but
well, you and me, but
yeah.
well,
Hello, everybody.
hello. We are Heart&Seoul Podcast. My name is Emily. I'm from Canada. I've been in Korea for almost 13 years.
I'm Alba from Spain. I have been living for 4 years in Korea, but my first time was 14 years ago.
Yeah, right.
I'm Maeve. I'm from France, and first time I came to Korea was 3 years ago.
Okay, so what do we all do here in Korea? What's your job?
I'm actress and MC
Ooh.
And content creator.
and content creator. Yeah.
Yeah, me too. Actress, MC, content creator, mom.
Oh, that's a job. I am actress, singer, vocal trainer, sometimes dancer, sometimes model.
Yeah, girl.
Sometimes.
세빈아 촬영 중이야. 괜찮아? 알겠동. 조심히 너랑. Okay, so today, ladies, what shall we discuss?
Should we talk about entertainment industry in Korea
Yeah.
and the difference between Korea and our own countries?
Sure, let's
Nice.
delve into it. Maeve, what do you notice about, like, because I know you were doing stuff at home, so, and you have a big theater background too, right?
Yeah, but more like musical theater. So I guess it's a bit different from Korea. What I like about Korea is that one day you can be a singer, the next day you can be an actress, the next day you can be like... That's why I really like about Korea. In
Yeah.
France, if I wanted to do acting like cinema, it would have been way more harder. Because it's like everything is about networking, and I mean, you just have to start again from the bottom, like again, and it's really hard to just go from one field to another. But in Korea, because we're foreigners,
Yeah.
it's just like we get to do many different things.
Right.
Yeah, right.
And it's just like the projects also, they're like one or like a few days.
Yeah.
And so in 1 month you can do way like a lot of things compared to like in France, where of course you're doing one show and then it's like for a longer time, but then what you keep doing is like other shows. It's harder to do other things. Like I never would have tried to do modeling in France because I don't feel like I'm like a model or anything.
But lifestyle modeling, because we're foreigners, they want like dynamic, right? They
Yeah,
want like
right.
a variety.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like sometimes, like depending on the kind of photos that you do, like for commercials and stuff, the face is more important than the body shape.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just like,
Girl, you're curvy. Ain't nothing wrong with your body shape.
no, but I mean compared to like international
like fashion
standards.
models.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
the standards you have in mind about models and stuff.
Well, because but that's the difference, right? Like there's models that are like fashion models, like you know what I mean. And then there's
a special
Yes.
style of shooting.
Yes,
especially
editorial.
from modeling.
right.
Yeah.
Then there's lifestyle models,
Lifestyle
which
model.
any country you go to, they need both. There's always like these commercial and like lifestyle models, because even like when I was living in Toronto, there was like I did a tiny little bit of lifestyle modeling there, and they just want people who just look like regular, right?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I'm too short to do fashion. Plus, I'm also I'm 40 something, so yeah. Yeah, so we can, but that, what you said I agree with, because we're able to do like, Monday you're doing a commercial, and Wednesday maybe you're shooting something for YouTube, and then, you know what I mean, like it's just like, it's so dynamic, which is nice, because you don't get bored,
Yeah,
But
I
it's-
love that.
but it's still
If
entertainment.
you, in Spain, if you want to do these many kind of things of shootings, you need to be famous.
Oh.
If you are not famous actress, you only can do like acting, like theater, cinema, but only acting. They will not pick you as a model or
And smaller projects also.
yeah. But if you are famous, you can do modeling, you can do acting, you can do singing, you can do whatever you want because you are already famous.
Right.
I also like that in Korea sometimes you get a job you don't even know really what it is for.
Yeah.
And you just come there and you're like, wow, there's money actually. This is actually a really big production. And you're like, whoa.
Then why you don't pay me well?
Yeah. That's the thing. Yeah. I guess they do it on purpose.
No, but what happened in the industry here is that like before Korea was not saturated, there was not that many foreigners here. Now because people see it and they're like, oh, we want to go there, and they think, oh, I can get famous easily in Korea, blah blah blah. So more people are coming here, which means guess what? Like now, because before if you did like an extra shoot for a music video, before it would be like $300 or $500 for the day. Now I heard some people are taking $50 for 12 hours because they just want to meet, like they just want to be in proximity to like the idols.
Yeah, I heard
but
that.
It's like, but here's the thing, like the last shoot I did was for like a Japanese idol group, and a lot of the extras were like trying to take pictures with them and stuff, and I never do that because I feel that it's very unprofessional.
But also these days they put in the contract you can't.
Yes,
pictures.
So what happened was people were taking the pictures, and then we got back on the bus to do more waiting because it's always like shoot, wait, and it was freezing cold the whole day. Anyway, 12 hours. Yeah. If there is.
I'm going to give
you don't need it.
No.
She has it.
But I have more.
I'm always trying to think like what's gonna be a better angle for the. Oh, that's cute. I like that. Comfy girl.
No, actually I feel it. Oh, I'm gonna be like.
Okay, I love it.
So yeah, you were saying about the.
Yeah, so the shoot, like people took pictures with the idols, and like the idols during them taking pictures, they were like so friendly and nice and cute. And then what happened was the manager got back on the bus and was like, everybody give me your phone and I'm gonna delete your pictures because the idols are uncomfortable and they don't want the pictures to be out there. I mean, to do your thing, to each their own. I personally want to be professional, so I never ever do that kind of thing. I will say hello to people that I meet on the set, and be friendly if they approach me first.
Yeah.
I don't approach first because I don't want to be that like pick me energy. Like I want to be professional.
Yeah, of course. But actually the pay is so low, and because of this kind of people who accept every shooting for the minimum, even for 0 ones, just because of the experience or because they want to be next to the idol or the actor. Now the payment is low for everyone because the agencies take this in advantage to get more money than because maybe the production company pay well, just the agencies
take a bigger
cut and they pay less to us.
Because they can. Because people are taking it.
It is actually. I have a friend who's in an agency, and they're very new and they're very good. It's very.
I hear about that the other day.
Yeah,
my friend told me.
It's very new, and she was saying,
Oh, okay.
But it's like very like small and network.
That's good though.
And the girl I know, she told us that the agencies all the time they take so much money. Like for extra job, she get at least 1 million extra because the agencies they negotiate the price for her.
Girl, put me in touch with this agency. I need to give my profile.
Yeah,
let's send her a profile.
Yeah.
But this is the thing, right? Like it's like new agencies always start out being like this,
and then
as time goes by, and it's hard to make a living. So then they start slowly to change. How did she get Pigman on for like 1 million?
Because that's how much the production pay for.
I told you the production pay a lot. Just the agency pay. These days they are paying like 100,000,
150, 200 tops.
Yeah, maximum.
But I don't really do music videos much. When I do music videos, the thing I like is for networking because you meet a lot of other actors and you meet a lot of
I don't do
production people. That's right. But like the thing is, like sometimes get tough. You gotta make money. You gotta eat.
But if for a music video, being an extra in a music video, in a movie I will never do extra. Movie or drama, never. Because no, it's not because of her. Of course, it's her. It's for my image because I'm an actress since 10 years ago. I will not do extra anymore in my life. But For example, music video is okay because feels different than a movie. So for a music video, I can do extra if they pay me that amount, of course.
Yeah.
But if they pay me 100,000 won for the whole day,
12 hours.
for 12, just to be an extra, I'm sorry, I don't do it. I don't waste my time on that.
And always like you don't get treated super well. But then there's the thing too, right? It's dangerous to be doing extra work.
Yeah.
Because then that's all you get.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And we, as actors, do not. That's not us.
It's not good.
I've never done extra.
I've only done it for
always
music
like
video.
No,
I always say no. I've never done like
I've only done two. I did two music videos. That's
yeah,
it.
me too. 2 music videos and extra, and it's done.
But I made good connections. Like
actually I would like to do it just for the experience.
That's it.
Just
And
like
But too much.
with like doing every month now. Like
No.
12 hours.
And actually, I did not. It was extra, but with my main scene once. So that's why I took the music video, because I had one scene. In that scene, we were in a party and I was a kiss scene with another girl for my first time in my life. Because I never kiss girls because I don't like girls.
Ooh.
But I had a kiss scene with a girl.
That's so cool. I want to see.
That's why I accept. But that's all.
It's getting hot in here. Oh.
Yo, that's so cool though.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, Moon Productions is doing a boy love now.
Yeah.
And so I was like, what about girl love? What about girl love? Put me in it.
Yeah, right?
I mean, it's work. I can do it. I did. Why I cannot in a drama? I will just acting.
Yeah.
I don't care.
It would not be hard for me.
For me, a little bit, but it's okay. It's work.
I mean, I don't know, but maybe it's different of culture, but in France, like with friends, I always kiss my friends sometimes. Like in party, it's funny, like, oh, I kiss you, like I love you. It doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, it just depends.
Yeah.
It's not.
In Spain,
It's
also
not.
you kiss your girlfriend.
It's not like sexual. It's just
no,
like
no. Yeah, friendly.
yeah, friendly, like
We also dating. In Spain.
yeah.
Yeah, we also.
So it's just like, I don't mind.
I'm bi. But I never hit on my friends because that's. So don't worry.
No, don't worry. That's so like. I've never thought of that. Like I was gonna say I guess that because you were like yeah because you were like
reaction
yeah,
right now?
I was like I don't mind.
I'm not bi. I'm 1,000% straight.
Oh, we know, girl. Yeah, she loves boys, and I mean, who doesn't? Everybody, boys are great.
It depends. No, I prefer men than boys.
Well,
I mean,
I'm joking.
male gender.
no more boys. That's right. Now it's like a man or not a man.
Suddenly we change the topic.
Yeah, we change. I mean, Isn't this always the topic?
Yeah.
Always
Sexual
come
things.
When girls are talking,
Girl talks.
always we're humans anyway.
That's right.
So yeah, what kind of entertainment jobs did you do here in Korea?
So
And which one do you like the most?
actually, I just came back with a visa, short term. So I tried to do some stuff when I was on a working holiday visa, but we're limited because obviously visa issues, and I don't want to have the immigration looking after me. So I'm like, So
What did you do? C4?
Yeah.
C4 visa is the temporary entertainment visa. So it's basically for like models and actors and performers to be able to come to the country for 3 months, I think. And then if you can get enough proof that you have enough upcoming work, then you can move on to an E6 visa, which is not easy to get. You need a lot of proof of like.
These days it's not that easy.
It's not. But they're tightening up. I'm glad they're tightening up because hopefully it'll have like more like people who are proper performers and entertainers and actors and whatever coming into the country, because for a while it's been a lot of like
just like that's the thing. If I applied for the E6 visa like 2 years ago, I could have had it like this.
Yeah, but now.
But I nearly signed with.
Oh, okay. We're gonna bleep this out.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. At the time, I was like kind of new to everything because I just came to Korea first time. I really loved the country, the culture. I came back to France and I was like, I want to go back to Korea, so I came back to Korea, and then I just randomly like got like in contact and stuff, and I discovered the E6 visa. I discovered that actually I can be an artist in Korea, and there's like a specific visa for that. So I was really not aware of anything like the entertainment industry here, the agencies, everything, like all the process. So I was very naive at the time.
I mean, we all have at the beginning of the entertainment career, it's like that.
So yeah, I was just like, this agency, I don't know anything about them. They say they will sign me and give me a
Actually,
visa.
many people went to that agency when they started, and after that they came out with that issues.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And actually, I got in contact with them when they started. So most people didn't know a lot about them and only like gave me like mostly positive feedback. But yeah. So I actually signed with them, but I came back to France and I told them, because I had some work in France, like a very important, like I did the festival of Avignon, which is a very, like one of the biggest theater festivals in the world. And like for 1 month, like the whole city is like all about theater, and there's like 2,000 shows in the same city. And it's like real competition.
Wow, that's huge.
And there's like, you go in the street and there's like people singing, dancing in costume, like it's like
Disneyland.
No, it's so amazing. And like the vibe, there's only artists in the city, and it's a very, very small city.
Let's go.
And it's every July for 1 month, like
so bad.
every year, and it's like the place to be when you're an artist in France. And there's like companies from all around the world. And it's very, very nice, like really, really nice.
I want to try musical theater because I used to be in a band, and remember I told you I want her to give me singing lessons because my lung capacity has like, because I'm older now and I had 3 kids and and I'm not in shape. But I really want to do it. I want to try it. My uncle in Australia, he's like 60. He was doing theater for a while too, and he was like, "Emmy, you gotta try it. It's so fun."
I did musical for kids.
You did?
Oh, that's so nice also.
I don't know how to sing, but people say that I can entone, like being the tone.
You're on
so they taught me a little bit how to sing just that songs.
Oh, that's so nice.
So I did a musical for kids.
Yeah.
And we went to different places around Andalusia, the place that I live. So we went to different cities and we performed for kids in Christmas.
Ah, that's so nice.
Yeah.
Oh my god. He's like, look at me doing yoga. What are you doing with that? And he's showing his teeth. He's like,
that was so
Rocky. I don't know if you can't see him.
No,
there he is.
His first time I see a dog doing that.
Were you just doing ballet for us?
So cool.
He loves to do stretching.
Hey, you're more flexible than me. That's not fair.
Jeez, Rocky. Okay, so that's very interesting. So you did that, and then like the contract with
So
that
so
company.
basically I was like doing this, so I asked them if they could wait to do my visa. And actually at the same time, it's...
You're cold?
Little bit.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, no, it's okay. That's good. Actually, it's not good for the cold.
This is my seat.
Oh.
This is my seat.
Are you guests?
Oh.
Hi.
Oh.
So cute. And so basically I asked them to wait, and it's exactly the moment when the immigration stopped all the visa and did the investigation.
One of the reasons that why the government stopped making visas was that company.
Yes.
Yeah, I know. So at the end they were like, oh, we cannot, like, they didn't give me any news, and I was waiting in France, and they just didn't, and they said, oh, maybe you can try to do C4.
I was about to make with them.
Yeah.
Oh, were you?
And
I have an F6 visa because I was married before, and because I got custody of my children, so I keep my F6 visa, so I don't have to deal with that stuff, thank God. But like, E6 visa is hard too though, because when you have an E6 visa, the only thing you can do is stuff in entertainment. You can only do modeling and acting.
Yes.
And I don't even think they count YouTube.
Oh, I think they do.
Yeah.
Because I heard that they were like not gonna include YouTube, and I was like, well then.
Even influencers now, influencing.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Yes.
Like social media and
Yes,
stuff.
right.
Okay, that's good. Well, there's they were also trying to make like a digital nomad visa too,
But it's
that
kind
one
of
you have
different.
to. Well, yeah, it's different because you have to earn a lot of money to be able to get them. But this is a good topic for people, is about visas. Although I would say, like, did you notice, like, now, like, Korea, like, Japan was really big for people to go to Japan.
Yeah.
Then it was Korea, and now it's going to China.
Yeah, these days, that's so true. I can feel it also. Even people in Korea, they're like, oh, there's so many opportunities in China, and they pay more.
Yeah.
Like, okay, let's everyone go to China. Let me the works here to go to China. Everyone go.
I don't think I could live in China though. Like,
I want to go for shootings and come back.
Yeah, that's me too.
Let's go. I make shootings and come back home.
Yeah, that's my goal too. And I've like had communication with some different Chinese production companies. So like they've asked me to come. I almost got a main role there too because they do main roles with older people, like even love story stuff with older people. Which let's go.
Yeah.
But I couldn't go because I already had a project here, and I think it was not yours, the one I did right before. So I couldn't go because of that, but it's like, it's okay. Whenever.
I mean, they do. I heard that they're doing like 20 productions every month.
Like, oh my god, I need to start sending my profile more.
Yeah,
but that's the thing. Like let's talk a little bit about the one that we just shot because we just shot a vertical short together. She was the main. I was one of the main villains. Although that was a weird villain role for me because I wasn't a full-on villain. I was mean to you. I was bad to you, but it was
kind of like for no reason.
There was no real reason except then, like by the end, like when I realized who you were, and then I was like sorry and like trying to atone for everything to you, right? So I liked my role in that because I was able to show more dynamic in my acting because I was not just screaming all the time and slapping people. I for sure slapped you.
Yeah.
Who taught you
on the first day?
You did. Alba is actually an action actress as well.
Ooh,
yes.
So cool.
Yes.
Wow.
So she taught me how to slap, and you're the best.
I did some action scenes also. Action scenes. I mean,
you did
for the drama.
You
That was my first.
She had a really intense shoot, like physically so intense, emotionally so intense. But the first day that we were acting together, remember the very first day of filming, it was like a total shit show that day because the whole production team was their first time doing a vertical short. Plus, for me personally, I just wrapped the previous one at midnight the day before, and then this one the call time was 6 a.m. So I like there was like travel time in between. I didn't have any time to memorize my lines or anything. So the very first scene, and they chose, like the very first scene was one of the hardest scenes because there was so much dialogue.
Yeah.
So, oh my god, I was having like a mental beat on the set, and I felt so bad because I was like, I want to do better than this. Plus, I didn't like how they styled me, like, because I don't know, this one they made me look really old.
No.
I did. I looked really old. But it's for the character, it's fine.
Yeah.
No, you still look amazing. You look so expensive.
I am very expensive.
No, I mean, look what I was wearing, like.
Yeah, but this was so cool because this one, it was like a family story. Drama. Yeah. It wasn't a love story because usually it's like Cinderella repurposed, right? Like all the short dramas usually are like kind of a Cinderella thing with the love story. But this one was cool because it was a family drama and there was no like making out in this one.
Yeah, and I really enjoy my character because even though I was the victim in the story, my character was very strong.
You were very badass, for sure.
Hey.
Are you gonna smile at me? He does like this. Anyway.
Itaga, anja. Okay. Tumba. Muy bien. Ahí quieto.
Spanish, Korean, English. He's like,
sorry, I looked at you. You're so cute. You're so cute.
And look at the tubes. Look at the tubes.
He knows it's good.
No, but the drama was like amazing. It was also my first experience actually doing
the short drama.
Yeah, and acting in front of a camera too.
Really?
Yeah.
Before you were always doing on stage.
I never did like acting in front of a camera, so I was quite worried of like because it's so different from the stage.
It is.
On the stage, you need to be very expressive, and in my daily life,
and your
I'm
voice
very
also.
expressive.
You are.
So it's just like on the stage you need to show, and I'm so used to that, you know, it's like my comfort zone, and you only have one shot.
Right.
So you just go for it, and you have all the story to get into the character and to really feel every stage.
Not with short dramas, you're like, the character is fixed, you need to like blast it out right there. It has to be very hakshiri, like very obvious character in short dramas, and you have like 2 takes.
And in front of camera, you need to care also about your body.
Yes.
You cannot make bigger gesture like.
And you also need to remember which hand you use.
Oh, that's annoying.
Yes,
that's so hard.
I have ADHD, so I'm like, I don't know what
caring because depending on the shot, the same scene, you need to change your position and your move. Because maybe first you have the camera here, but later here. So you need to care about how you move in each different shots.
Yeah.
And also your voice cannot be that high as in a theater.
Yeah.
In a theater you need to put your voice higher, project your voice, but not in
that was my problem. The sound guy. He kept telling me, you know, you don't need to use your voice that much. And I was very surprised when I saw you guys acting, because sometimes you were like really nearly really into your voice was very low, and I was like,
I do that a lot.
Yeah, but that's I mean, it's normal in acting, but for me from the stage I was like, you know, it was like, oh yeah, obviously we have a mic here so we can hear you anyway, but it's just like my brain was like, you know, really.
But the thing is, like, you have like one person is projecting a lot, and then like someone like me, I have a smaller voice with less power. So on my first one that I shot, the guy kept being like, speak up, because the main character, she has a theater background, so she was projecting, and I was like, oh yeah. So I found that frustrating, because I was like, I don't want to yell, I don't want to project, because the whole point of this dialogue right now is I have to be like sinister and dark, you know what I mean? Because I keep always getting the aktan, which is the villain role, because I think, I don't know why, it's always the evil mom.
You're doing it right, that's why. No, but also one thing that I knew that, you know, I learned from acting in front of a camera is that when you're doing acting on stage, even when you're practicing, you're giving a lot. Yeah. Why? Because first of all, like, if you don't do it for real on the real day, it will mess up for real. Yes. Like all the movements, you need to be, everything is very timed and choreographed, like changing and stuff. And also when you're playing on stage, you need to give something to the person in front of you. Otherwise it's so hard for the other person to act and react. Yes. So I got so used to that. And when we were like doing the scene on camera, I was not paying attention to the cameras. Like I was not like, oh, is it on me or on the other person? I was just like, on the first day I was giving a lot, because I'm just used to that, you know? I
had this same thing, and but then you get so exhausted, and so like you have to control how much percentage you're giving. Yes. If it's on you, you're going full throttle, like 150%, you're on it. Yeah. But then when it's on someone else, you have to give enough that you're giving them, so that they have something to play off of. But you're not giving so much that you are completely shot for the rest of your day.
Yeah, exactly. No, it's hard actually to get into a character. You only have 2 minutes, and like also like you always go and out, like they're saying cut and stuff, and that's how it's really hard emotionally, because if you're staying in the emotion, it's easier, I guess, than to just go out and in again. Like it takes so much energy to go back into the emotion, and for your body and stuff, like it's very hard. And the mind, I guess in the mind, for me, I'm the kind of person that will like, I really don't like how do you say that, actor studio, the American style of like, you need to use your trauma, you need to identify to I really don't like this, because
I don't do it.
I mean, first of all, it's not good for your mental health, like you're very limited, because if you play a serial killer, are you gonna kill someone? Like it doesn't make sense.
You're talking about method acting.
Yeah.
See, for me, at first, I went into my traumas, and then I was like, but then it starts to be like a muscle, right? Like it's getting easier to just cry. It's getting easier to just pull things out, because you get more experience. and you grow as an actor as you're doing it, right? So I feel like at first I was going into my traumas, and then I had a few other actors be like, don't do that, it's not good for you. And then I also have, like, because I go so deep into when I'm doing it, and then I have to tell my body after, like, that was not real, you are safe. And I do like bilateral stimulation and stuff so that I can bring my body and my nervous system, I can tell my nervous system, like, you're okay, you're safe. So I don't know, I feel like method for me, I like method because you can pull out some really raw, really good shit. However, you have to do a lot of recovery after. And I'll, like, after acting, like, after doing a drama, for like a week, I'm tired.
Yeah, your body, it's very draining. But I think, like, body memory is so strong. Like, just, like, technically remembering, like, how you feel and what you put in place to cry or, like, get the emotion. This is actually the best way, I guess, to get into the emotion. Like, first of all, just, like, through your body, you're clicking every step and, like, okay, like, how do I feel when I'm crying? Oh, it's a lot about the breathing. It's a lot about, like, this, like, the eye, and that's how you can start to get the emotion. And then when you're in the situation and you have the person in front of me, that helps me a lot.
Me too.
That, like, gives me an emotion. It just naturally comes up because I'm in the situation. I don't feel like, okay, me, Maeve, I'm this character. No, I'm the character being in the emotion. And
you're in it, in the moment. You're in the moment.
I do the same.
Yeah.
I do the same.
Well, when we were doing that first scene, like, remember the second part of the first scene when we had to get really emotional? It was, like, right off the bat. Once we hit that moment, then I was like, oh, we've arrived. We're here. Everything's going to be okay. Because before that, I was like, oh my God, this shooting is going to be bad. But then after that moment, when you and I both just went, boom, like, clicked in, and it was so real. I loved it. It was so fun.
Yeah.
I want to work with you.
I can't wait to see the results.
Oh, girl.
Because it's going to be so
weird.
weird. It's gonna be so weird for me to see my face like this on camera because I'm just so used to, like. But the thing is, like, you know, let's talk about Korean standards because you know I don't wanna talk bad about the production. They were amazing, like, really very amazing. The staff, like, everyone was so nice. The actors, it was such a good vibe. But in Korean standards in general, they're very, like, we're not models, we're actors. So, talking about looks, like, for example, they asked me to lose weight to get the role.
Oh, damn.
But that's, like, a basic thing. Like,
but didn't they ask you that when there was only, like, a week before?
Yeah, exactly. When I got the role a week before, they asked me, can you lose some weight? And I was like, nah, I'm not doing this. First, for my health, and my parents were over also in Korea, so I was traveling with them.
Yeah, so you were trying to show them Korean food.
I will not, like, restrain myself, and I just want to enjoy. And it's good I didn't do that because it was so intense to shooting. For my body,
you probably lost weight during the shoot.
Yeah, I did, definitely. And it was very intense, and I nearly like fainted.
Oh my God, I forgot about that. She almost passed out.
No.
During the shoot, and I kept looking at her, and I was like, "No, girl!" Like, and I was like, "Someone bring her some sugar."
Yeah, I was very low on sugar. Yeah.
Oh my God, that was scary.
It's because in a long shooting, you normally don't eat that much, and also don't sleep that much.
But they do feed you well. They do feed you well. It's just, but it's the sleep thing, I think.
Yeah. And like, being also it was my first experience, and I was the main role. So I was like,
you were put.
I was on every scene.
Yeah, you were
every scene from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. I was like every scene's nearly, but. Other than that, and also, like, at one point, after 2 days of shooting, when we had, like, 3 days of resting.
That was weird, by the way. Yeah. I've never had that many days off in between.
It was good.
I didn't. Not for shorts.
I don't know in shorts.
Not for shorts. Usually shorts you have 1 day.
Normal dramas.
Normal dramas.
You must have the rest.
It's funny you say that. That director, he normally works on regular dramas. So that's why Because I was like, oh,
that's why then.
Yeah, that's why. But it was just weird because I was
it's
like,
for the safety of the actors.
Yeah,
to rest.
and the crew. Actually,
and the crew, of course.
On the one that I did before this one, the assistant director and 2 of the other girls got in a car accident after
yeah, I heard that.
Yeah,
because they were not. Nobody's sleeping enough.
Well, that one was crazy. That schedule was really wild. Like, they wouldn't start super early in the morning, which actually is kind of nice. But then they would go till 1 in the morning.
Yeah. So I mean, it's the same then at the end. But yeah, so and at one point during the moments that we had a break, they called me and said, we really love your acting. They're very nice and stuff. And they was like, we just wonder if you could do Botox on my forehead because I'm very expressive.
But there's not enough time. Botox takes 5 days to sink in.
First of all, this will have impact on my acting, and I don't want to look fake. Like, I'm surprised that I was like.
Have you done Botox before?
No, never.
No, it's not. It's not as bad as you think.
Yeah.
My whole face is covered in Botox and filler, and I have strings holding my face.
But you know, I don't want to do that yet to my body because
how old are you right now?
23.
Oh, don't do it yet. Don't do it. Don't start until you're 30. No. I started Botox when I was 30. I started fillers when I was 41.
I'll probably do that, but for the moment, I'm like, And I don't know. I just like, maybe it's my French culture revolution blood being like, it's okay. I can change the standards.
Yeah, don't tell me what to do. I will revolt.
No, but like they were very nice. They were just like, yeah, you don't feel forced or anything. It's just like
tell to the people because actually filming a movie, filming a regular drama, and filming short drama, it takes different time.
Yeah.
So since we are talking about short drama, how long it takes to shoot the whole story?
Usually under 9 days. Usually 7 to 9 days.
Yeah, 7 days.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's very short.
That's why you film many scenes
in
one day.
And it's like...
Yeah, in one day we did like, I guess,
because
around 15 or 16 scenes.
Yeah, because
at least.
As I saw, the short drama has kind of 100 scenes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More or less, so... Oh yeah, 1 week.
But some scenes are very easy. Just the door.
But
some are very hard.
The thing that is hard for me is when they do the continueds.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, okay, fine, it's a continued scene, but just cut it between the continued parts, please. Because if we here's the thing, right? With shorts, you get the script maybe a week before. Sometimes, if you're lucky, 2 weeks before. So then you have to fix your character. You have to memorize the lines, which there's not that much, but like ADHD and memorizing lines is not that easy for me. Anyway, so I always feel like if they're doing a continued scene, I want them to stop so we can look at the script again.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna have to,
I was doing that during the show because I didn't learn my lines before.
Well, you had an insane amount of lines.
Yeah, I tried to like learn it like as much as I can before, but I was like, nah, it's not gonna work.
There's not enough time.
Thankfully my memory's still good, so I just like took the text every time we did a new scene, and I was like, okay, learning a lot. But as you said, it was in total it was a lot, but doing like scene by scene, it was like maybe 5 or 6 maximum for me. So I mean, I can memorize 5 lines in 5 minutes.
Yeah,
still.
Of course.
But sometimes when you start getting really tired and you start getting confused, or you start getting like for me, I just my sometimes I'll not be able to focus that well because so it's sometimes it's challenging, but it's so fun. Honestly, best job in the world. I love it so much.
I love it too.
This is something that I really don't like from Korean entertainment is they don't give to you so much time to get ready for your roles. Not only in acting, any role. Sometimes you get like Kwango advertisement one day before. So you are like doing.
But that's why
and also for auditions even the same day. Sometimes they send me a script in the morning and they say like, you need to send today. How? Why you send me the same day? I need to send the audition video because I'm now maybe doing another filming or I'm doing another stuff or I'm in a meeting. I'm outside. I don't know what time I will arrive home. Why you don't give me time? At least give me few days to prepare the audition. For the auditions, they don't give you time.
No time.
I feel like in France is a bit like this sometimes.
Oh, really?
In the scene, like the stage field, I remember for one time I had to learn 6 shows in 2 weeks. Choreography.
How? Oh my god.
Everything.
No, in Spain it's not like that. That's why I complain about this because I get the stress.
Yeah,
because in Spain we have more time.
Well, because we want to do our best, right?
Exactly.
We want to do a good job, and it's also like, you know, if you're of a certain age and you're working in entertainment, like I have to keep this up. Like I need to be going to the dermatologist. I need to be making sure my hair is right. Like there's, you know what I mean? Like once you hit, like once you're over 30, the upkeep of the woman's body, it's no joke.
Yeah.
So I feel like that also can be stressful too. But the good thing is if you're doing influencing, then you can get like collaboration.
Yeah.
Right? At least.
I was gonna say about the drama also. It was my first time acting in English.
Oh my god, really? You did so well.
Because, you know, I mean, my mom is Irish. So, you know, I'm half Irish, half French. This is why I don't have a very strong French accent. But still, it's, even though I learned English from a very young age, it's still not my native language.
Well, I'm always amazed at these girls that are acting in English when their first language, like your first language is Spanish, yours is French, and like mine's English. But I want to try acting in Korean. She's done some. Like monologues mostly, right? But like you're good. I watched some of your monologues and I was like, damn girl, it was so cute and charming. Loved it. But yeah, I really want to do acting in Korean.
But I guess the hardest part is like when you do like really big days and at the end you're so tired. When I'm tired, my French accents just come out. Like on the last day, it was so crazy. I had to articulate so much because I was like, oh, my accent is like so strong right now.
You know when you're just so tired and you have to act and then everything is funny?
Yeah.
Like
because your brain cells are not working, so you just...
But then I felt bad because I'm like, I'm trying so hard and it's just coming out so bad. I couldn't stop laughing.
It really feels like when you're back at school and you're like, you're not supposed to laugh and the teacher's like, hey, stop laughing, and you just look at your friend and then you start laughing again and you're like, I'm trying to control.
It happened to me on Monday during the interview.
Oh, really?
With the manager and the other guy from the other member of the group.
Yeah.
We were laughing but covering our mouths because we couldn't laugh while he was I cannot say the name yet, or maybe just when this is I cannot say, just in case.
She always is interviewing famous people in Korea.
Yeah, because it's not out yet, so I cannot say, but really big from height. So we were like covering our mouths because he was speaking, but he was saying something like he was confused about his words, so we were laughing about him but covering our mouths and pointing behind the cameras. So I know that feeling.
You have to try so hard.
Yeah.
But isn't the funny thing though? Then when you have a scene where they're like, okay, you have to laugh, and that is hard. When they're like, you must laugh now. I love laughing in life. Like I laugh so much in my real life. But then whenever it's like a scene, you have to laugh, and I'm like, why does this feel like like so forced?
Maybe you should. Yeah, it's always like when you start laughing, fake laughing, it's really fake, and then at one point you start to laugh really because you just see the other person and you're naturally laughing.
Right, but in short dramas, there is no time for that warming up period, so you just have to immediately think of like reels that make you laugh.
I just looked at us like actors and I'm like, we really look crazy.
But don't you love that too? Like when you're in makeup and like so like everyone's in makeup or everyone's like just in like backstage type of thing, and everyone is just on their own like rehearsing their lines and getting really serious. So everybody just looks insane. If you walk in that room and you don't know everybody's an actor, you'd be like,
these people are crazy. These psychologists.
Usually it's like this warm up. You need to look crazy. And either in theater or singing, it's same. Singing you do like things, and then if you come inside and you're like, what?
Well, one of the other actors, Ian, he taught us this thing. He's American. He's a dreamboat. I'm hopefully gonna get him on here too. Ian's the best. He plays a lot of main roles. Super handsome guy. Anyway, and Ian does this thing where you like put your finger like this, and then you kind of sort of put it in between your teeth without biting down, and then you say your line. And what it does is it opens up your whole inside of your mouth so that when you deliver the line, it comes out very clear. It actually works. So he'd be walking around like,
That's why you put also your pencil or a pen.
Yeah, same thing. But because when you're backstage, you don't have a pen necessarily, so you're just finger.
That's so funny. Because as a vocal trainer, we do this kind of exercise also, and the thing of the pen, I tell my like students also to use it to articulate when you're singing.
Articulate. All right, well, everybody, thank you so much for watching. We've got a lot more interesting people that are living in Korea, living the dream here in Korea. We're all toiling away, working our hardest, and we will bring lots more content to you very soon. Every single week, Sunday night, you're gonna get a video from us.
We are going to do many different kind of topics that which are interesting for all of you guys. If you want to know about something in special, some topic in special, you can leave a comment and we read it and we plan that video for you guys.
If you have like something you want to know about Korea or living as an expat away from home, anything you want to hear about, we'd be more than happy to tell you, especially if it's about dating stuff, because that stuff is spicy stuff. Can you tell him a divorcee cougar? Anyway, love it. All right, and also slay. See, I'm a millennial, so whenever I hear MZ people saying like slay or any of this, I just love it. It's so cute.
Or period.
Right. So anyway, and also thank you so much to Maeve for joining us today. Everybody watch out and see what this girl's gonna do. She's really an incredible actor, and I'm so happy that I got to work with her. And also, Alba is insanely good.
Thank you.
We've got so much amazing content coming for you guys, so please be sure to stay tuned and join us every Sunday night for a new episode of Heart&Seoul.
Yay! Bye!